Hey guys! It has been a couple of weeks since our last Grow with Grace, and today I'm going to do things a little differently. I'm doing them in the presence of my children. So we will see how this goes. And
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Maddie. And it might be a little distracted, but I have a feeling that their presence is just going to only add to today's message. Do you agree? Yeah? So, the reason it's been a couple of weeks since speaking with you all is that my days have been very full. This past weekend, this past weekend, our pastor challenged us to change our vocabulary from "we are busy" to "our lives are full." I don't know about you guys, but when I say I am busy, I immediately feel anxious and stressed, and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels and there just aren't enough hours in the day. But when I say my life is full, it reminds me of the blessings I have. It reminds me that my schedule is full, but it's full of good, well-intentioned things. It's full of things that all line up with my season of life and the purpose for my life. So today just seemed really appropriate to talk about John 10:10. This is the verse where Jesus said, "I have come so they may have life and have it to the full." I don't know about you guys, but I want full. Do you realize that Jesus came so that we can have rich, satisfying, abundant, full lives? He came so we can have that here and now and in eternity. So I want to go after that with all of my heart, and I hope that you guys will join me. And here's the thing I love about Jesus. He never leaves us hanging. He always gives us the why. So let's take a look at a few verses right before this. So we are in the book of John, chapter 10, and I'm going to read verses 3 through 4. Madeline and Dawson, be kind to one another, please. Say yes, Mama. Thank you. So we are going to read verses 3 through 4. The shepherd walks right up to the gate. The gatekeeper opens the gate to him, and the sheep recognize his voice. He calls his sheep by name and leads them out. When he gets them all out, he leads them, and they follow because they are familiar with his voice. So I would, Madeline, hey, look at Mama, no yelling. Say yes, Mama. Thank you. So I would love to use, I told you a little distracted, but still full. I would love to use a personal story to illustrate what I think Jesus is trying to tell us in this parable. So we go to church on Sundays, and I pick up my kids from Sunday school, and here is what usually happens. I go to their classroom and have a quick conversation with their teacher at the door. So my kids have not yet seen me, but they recognize my voice. So they look up. Hey Dawson, you want to come say hi?
What's up?
Come say hi.
No.
No, you don't want to? You want to come say hi? No. Okay. So I pick my kids up, and they recognize my voice. I make eye contact with them, I call them by name, and they come running. I then lead them out of the classroom because I know the right way to go. So they have the choice to follow my lead or to go their own way. So if they follow my lead, here's what happens. I lead them the right way out of the hallway. We go to our car, where I have juice and snacks ready for them. I drive them safely home, give them lunch, put them down for a nap because that is what is best for them, right? So, one Sunday, one of my children chose not to follow me. I get to the end of the hallway, turn around, realize he's gone, and quite honestly, I'm pretty perplexed as to where he went because it's a straight hallway. There are not many options. I then hear a noise come from one of the lockers. My child had locked himself inside of the locker. Okay, kid you not. So I feel like this is what Jesus is trying to teach us through this parable. We, God's children, if you believe in Jesus, he considers you a child. You, one of God's children, you have the ability to hear his voice, to recognize his voice, to discern when it is him talking. You have that ability. He is the leader. He knows the right way to go. It is our choice whether we choose to follow Jesus or not. So, when we choose to follow Jesus, he is going to lead us to the car where he already has juice and snacks ready. He's going to drive us safely home. He is going to give us a healthy lunch and put us down for a nap because he knows what is best for us. Okay? But sometimes, don't we do things our own way? Don't we ignore God's voice? Don't we ignore his promptings? And so often, when we are doing things through our own strength, when we are choosing not to follow God, we end up locked inside of a locker, don't we? So the choice is yours. You get to have juice and fruit snacks, or you get to end up locked inside of a locker. The choice is yours. So, you may be thinking, Stephanie, this all sounds great. I'm down with abundant life, but I don't have the first clue of how to recognize God's voice. I don't have a sweet clue of what following Jesus practically looks like in my day-to-day life. So I love what you're saying, but I'm just not there. If that is the case, I would really love for you to join me the next couple of weeks, because that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about. We're going to be talking more about what this abundant life that Jesus has for us, what that looks like. We're going to be talking about how to recognize his voice and practically how to follow him. So I really hope you will join me the month of March, because this is just going to be really great. Jesus, I thank you for this time. I thank you for my beautiful children and this full life you have given me. I thank you for every person on the receiving end of this message. I ask that you plant seeds and you speak life into them. God, I ask just for your blessing to cover each and every one of them. We love you and we thank you. Amen.